Hey guys, Greg Boswell here. Thanks for watching my video. I want to give you a little update. On January 1st of this year, 2017, I posted on Instagram a video. At that time, I wasn't doing YouTube, but I posted on there that I was going to be growing my beard out for 12 months without trimming it, without cutting it at all, and just doing a wait and see what happens approach. Now, I've had a beard before, and I had done so much trimming to it, so much pruning, that it got to the place where I realized I had messed it up. And so, if you go on my Instagram, which you can find me under Greg Boswell there, you can see some of my pictures, and the beard looks good. But the problem is that it took a lot for me to keep it good because I had to really baby it. I had just done so much trimming to it; it was ridiculous. And so I wanted to start with an empty canvas. I shaved my beard off for, I think it was like 2 or 3 months. I went barefaced, and I decided I was going to grow my beard back. I wanted to see if I'd miss it, and I did. So I started growing it back on January 1st. That way I'd always remember what the date was. I didn't want to be ambiguous about it. So here I am at my halfway point, 6 months down the road, and this is the length of my beard. Now, I'm very happy with it. At 6 months, I'm very happy with it. I think my beard might have been a little bit longer before I had shaved it off before, but it was right around the same length. And but I'm liking it a whole lot more this time than I did the last beard I had, because I have not touched it. I mean, when I say have not touched it, I want to be clear. I do trim a line right here because it just gets real patchy the further up you go on the face. And I want to be consistent, and I do trim my mustache because I don't like chewing on my hair. Now, I've had a handlebar mustache before, and I think they look really cool when they're all handlebarred, but when they're not, they don't look good. I mean, when you go through the work week, you pretty much don't have, unless you work in an office, unless you're a white collar guy, you don't really keep your mustache waxed. In a handlebar. Some probably do, but I didn't, because it's very high maintenance. I didn't like having a handlebar mustache. They're nice to look at. I just didn't like actually having one. It's just much easier to trim it down. And so but I do that, and I was cutting a line on my neck for the first 2 or 3 months because it was, that right there is unsightly. I think if you can be patient, though, it's worth not doing it at all. So I stopped doing that after 2 or 3 months and let that grow in. And I think that's real important to grow that in underneath there, just as far down as your neck will go. I mean, as far as the hair will continue to grow down there, because I don't like seeing guys with big beards who have not let themselves get any kind of undergrowth. It just looks shallow. I don't like being able to see through someone's beard that's down to here. When they just haven't let it grow back there. So I decided to let that grow. But that's it. There are no scissors, no trimming devices that I allow to touch my beard at all. I'm not going to let that happen until I reach December 31st. And then I will decide if I want to cut my beard back at all. It's easier to cut your beard back than it is to mess up with it and then wait for it to grow back out. And so I'm going to let it grow for, another 6 months, and then I'm going to decide what length I want my beard and what shape I want it in. I mean, I want it a natural shape. I just, I want it to look nice. I want it to be sculpted. And so I'm also going to be spending the next 6 months looking for someone that I trust enough to do that. That's hard. I have looked around. I live in Central Florida. I've looked around, and it is difficult finding any barber, anybody that I think I can trust enough to lay their hands or scissors on my beard. Because when I had a beard before, I had been to a barber, and man, they really screw it up. I mean, I'm not saying they all do. I'm saying the ones I went to, they managed to really screw it up. And so I am going to be spending the next 6 months really trying to find somebody who can help me with that. And And if I do, I will make sure that everybody on YouTube knows who it is, so if they live in this area, they can visit them likewise. So the only things I apply to my beard are beard oil and beard balm. I do use that. I actually use less product now than I used to, and it seems to work better for me. Every once in a while, I will, and I mean every once in a while, I will use some of that layrite cement. And let's say let's say the weather's just all jacked up, and it's jacking my beard up, and I'm having trouble keeping some areas laying down. Layrite cement's really good for that. I will tell you though, it does feel a little heavier on your beard, and so as the day wears on, it doesn't feel as thick or as heavy. It does lighten up, and it still manages to hold well. So I do recommend that for that, but it's probably not for everybody. Sometimes I will use it, but it's very rare. So beard oil, beard balm, and I do use a blow dryer to make it look uniform throughout. Because hair is funny. At 2 and 3 months mark, you'll notice that some areas seem to grow in faster than others, and you begin to think this is not going to look even at all. I'm just really, like I said, I'm really surprised that this beard does look as even as it does. But using a blow dryer on it, it really helps a lot because it will help straighten that beard out. And of course, the longer, the bigger, bushier your beard gets, the more important it is to use a wider tooth comb. And so that's all important. I do wash with conditioner every day, and I use beard wash on it once a week with the conditioner. But the other 6 days I just use conditioner. So that's pretty much how I do it most of the time. But that's where I'm at with it. And women are funny about beards. If you look on Instagram, you'll get the impression that women love beards and that they see us as being more manly than other men, men who don't. I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if they see us as being more manly. However, I will say that women don't seem as crazy about beards as social media would let on. My wife she doesn't like the longer beard as much as she liked the shorter one. And in talking to women, when women are free to make their remarks, which they seem to be very free to do that, especially in a critical way, they will let you know that that's just got to be scratchy. I wouldn't want a man touching me with that. What they don't understand is that this is actually much softer than the shaved face that I used to have. Now, I'm not interested in demonstrating that for them. That's not why I'm saying that. But if a woman happens to be watching this video, let it be known that this is like a pillow. This is softer than my wife can testify to the fact that when I had a shaved face and I tried to kiss her, she'd get it was rough on her skin, and so this is a lot softer. But she still doesn't like women don't really understand why men like their beards as much as they do. It's fun. I can't explain it. I don't know why I like it. I don't try to philosophize about it, but I do like having a beard. It's fun. I like using the products, and it's just something that I derive some kind of pleasure from. I just like it. When I shaved my beard off before, I saw a bare face. I was like, man, I didn't like that anymore. I think women looked at me more when I was clean shaven. They don't look at me nearly as much with a beard, but I like the way I look more with a beard than when I was clean shaven. Enough to make me not want to shave this off. So, women are funny about it. My wife thinks I'm absolutely ridiculous about how much I enjoy having this beard, or I try not to even say too much about it anymore because, my oldest daughter and my wife just kind of roll their eyes about it, and they just think I'm ridiculous. But I'm not alone. This is like a whole culture. A lot of us men are like this, We really like it, but we like having a beard. But I said something to my wife this morning about the fact that, hey, it's been 6 months since I shaved my face. This is 6 months growth. It's like a mile marker, And She goes, "You say that like I ought to buy you balloons or something." Well, and I told her, I said, well, maybe you should. Maybe you should buy me some balloons and take me out to dinner. I think I deserve it. And I told her, I said, this is why I love you so much, because you think of everything. It's so sweet. And of course, she just rolls her eyes. But, I don't know. I just enjoy having it. I suppose in another 6 months, I'll make another video about this. And, of course, along the way, when I make other videos, you'll see the growth. So I don't know how much there will be to tell, but I'm sure when I get ready to make that move, when I find somebody who can sculpt it, trim it, whatever they're going to do to it, I'm sure you're going to know about it, because there's going to be a difference. I'll probably make a video about that. But in the meantime, I thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and share. Also, if you have any questions or comments concerning the beard or anything else, feel free to ask away. I will respond, and I'm more than happy to do so. But until then, I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.